usually have like our state meet would be my final like championship, which is usually like beginning of March. So this was actually my first year kind of being in April, like moving it back a month sort of. So it was kind of interesting, like training wise, to have to move everything back a little bit, adjust some things around like Christmas time, and then move into like the end of the winter.
15-year-old phenom Thomas Heilman hit his taper on the nose at U.S. team trials, making the Jr Pan Pacs in 3 events. Was making the Jr Pan Pac team the goal?
That was the goal going in, just making the team. Obviously I had some goal times, but the main focus was just being top 2 in a race. So leading up to the meet, I was entered in 6 events, but by the time of the meet we kind of figured out the best way to hit that goal of making the team was just to do 4. So I dropped a couple events just to focus on more so the butterflies and then just have fun on like the 250s throughout the meet. And luckily it kind of worked out like that.
Jr Pan Pacs is not until the end of August, a long training cycle. How has Thomas navigated the training block?
After that meet I had like a few days off, got right back into it. We've been doing really good training. Probably take a couple days of rest leading up to both our state meet and then nationals, kind of just training through both of them, and then right after nationals probably have a few days of training leading up to our taper for Hawaii and Pan Pacs.
In preparation for the Jr Pan Pacs, Thomas Heilman will race at both the Summer Nationals and Junior National Championships in Irvine, California. Why swim both meets?
My primary events like short free flies, definitely just a tune-up, work on details, find that final kick count, stroke count for what I want to be doing in Hawaii, and then also incorporate some secondary events like some IMs, maybe a little backstroke, just have a little fun, see what I can do in a bigger environment, faster competition, have a suit on, just see what we can do.
Thomas qualified for 3 events at the Jr Pan Pacs, but you can swim more races at that meet. Does Thomas know his lineup?
So I got 50, 100 free, and then 100, 200 fly. It'll be 1 a day, so have something to focus on every day. Hopefully, maybe do some relays. That'll be fun.
That's a solid schedule for Thomas. What is he excited about?
I think just looking forward to getting to know everyone on the team really well. I already met a few of them at trials and then junior nationals in the past. I know everyone's really, really nice, and I think it's going to be a great experience just to get to know them, as we'll probably be having to spend a lot of time at big meets together in the future too. So I think the more I know them, the more fun it'll be. And I just think it'll be a great experience just being able to like watch them swim from the stands, learn something from them too, hopefully also.
Thomas feels poised for success. With this being his first Team USA trip, does he feel ready for the big stage?
Trials is kind of my first big open senior meet with all the big names there. Obviously US Open wasn't full strength this year, coming off of like short course worlds and everything like that. So it was almost like the first couple of days where I was like a little starstruck seeing, like, I met Michael Andrew, Carson Foster, big names like that. They're dropping huge times right now. Obviously, top of the world right now. So it was. I did kind of settle into the meet as it went on. First day, I didn't think I had my best stuff, but then as we moved through it, I thought I kind of got used to it a little more, got more comfortable. So I think as I continue to be at those big meets, hopefully I'll continue to be that way, kind of settle in, get used to, more comfortable with those types of situations.
That's a pro mindset from a young swimmer, but let's get another perspective. How has Coach Gary Taylor been prepping Heilman for this milestone?
I think really at this point in his career, you're trying to refine the technique, the actual swims themselves. There are little pieces that certainly he can improve upon, but really at this point, it's just managing his mind, making sure that we don't overload him because he is young. He does handle those environments well, or seems to respond well to those environments. At the same time, I want to give him enough that it allows him to grow and continue to learn, but also not so much that we overanalyze and make it hard for him. So from that standpoint, there are bits and pieces that we've discussed, and really now it's just on me to implement those things in a kind of a daily, weekly routine.
Coach Taylor is experienced. He obviously knows how to develop elite athlete, but I'm still curious about Thomas's development. Let's go straight to the source, Carrie Heilman. his mother. How has she been involved in her son's career so far?
My husband and I, we are very hands-off. Every year my husband will ask the boys or any of our kids that are doing activities, do we want us to sign you up again? And they have to say yes. I think for me personally, and my husband to some extent, I did not swim growing up, so I know very little about swimming, and that's been a good thing because I can't critique them, I can't give them advice, I just can support them. So it's been good. They've really, all three of them, have had to take ownership of everything that they've done in swimming, and I think that's served them well.
Swim parents, take note. This is how you support any athlete, especially someone experiencing so much success. How does Carrie feel her son's handled his rise in the swimming ranks?
I give him a lot of credit. He's handled it very well, and he's just a typical 15-year-old kid, going to school, hanging out with friends, and working hard in swimming. So we've tried to keep it very, very low key. He's done the same, and it's worked for him, and I think it's a good approach because to put too much pressure on any kid that age would be a disservice, and we don't know where he'll be a year from now, let alone 4 or 5 years from now, so we just take it one day at a time, one season at a time, and it's worked out well.
We've definitely learned a lot about each other over the last 8-9 months now. There's been a lot of training aspects that I've had to get out of my comfort zone a lot, and he's really pushed me to get better in those longer events that I usually wouldn't really do before he got here. So he's kind of just pushed me to be my better self, especially getting outside my comfort zone, which although we might not be training for those to be great at the mile or the thousands at big international meets, it still helped my 2 fly and my 4 free, 5 free, 4 IM, whatever it may be. So he's really just helped me kind of get out of my comfort zone, get used to feeling pain, and just getting better at swimming, honestly, as a whole.